All right, hey guys, this is Justin back with an engineer's perspective, and today I'm going to go over how I like to refurbish my strops. So when my leather strops really start to kind of lose their cutting power and get really loaded up, I'll keep using them, but eventually they just really seem to not perform like I like. So I just refurbish them, and that's pretty straightforward process. You don't have to do this exactly, but I've got some 220 sandpaper here. It's this general purpose 3M stuff. And I just set it on a flat surface. The flat surface is important, and I just sand it down. See all that crap coming off? So you can see how it's sanding away all those loaded up layers. Getting there. And if you've got like a really big strop, you can even use like a pad like this that's flat and then go like one stroke. It would look like one, that sort of a thing. Or what I'll do is I'll like set this on my countertop and I'll have my big block and I'll do it on the countertop because I know that's flat. And honestly, you don't have to get it perfect. I don't want to spend too much time in this video. You could probably go to a lower grit. I've only ever done 220, so take that for what you will. Just kind of medium pressure. And yes, this is a dirty piece. It's got wood. I use it to sand some wood. But it's not a huge deal. I don't look for polished edges, so if there's a tiny bit of contamination, it doesn't really bother me. But if you're worried about getting contamination from other things that have touched the paper, just use a fresh piece. So just for the video, I'm gonna stop it there. I've got this spot that's still pretty loaded up. But then I've got some 400 grit, wet or dry. I like to do just a little bit finer. You could even go from the 220, 400, 800, or just go 220 straight to the 800, or just do the 220. Just kind of smooth it up a little bit. Okay, you can see all the leather filings or whatever that have come off. So now I've got a mostly replenished strop. I'm going to take just a tiny bit of petroleum jelly just to kind of recondition the leather, get some of that suppleness back so it's not quite so dry. And this is pretty non-scientific. Less, maybe more. I don't know. So I'm just kind of getting just a little bit on all over it. Alright, so I'm just going to give that a second to kind of soak in there. Normally, I would leave this like all night or all day for it to really soak in. excuse me. But today we're gonna try to not do that just because. Okay. So you can see how I've been doing 1 micron spray on this strop, so you can see how it's just coated all over this thing. But today we'll be doing this 4 micron CBN emulsion from Ken Schwartz, and this is just from the KME website. So I'm gonna mix it up really good. And I think they recommend that you do this with like rubber gloves on. So normally this would soak into the leather a little bit more, but because I've got that layer of petroleum jelly that hasn't soaked in, you can see how it's staying wet. I've got a little bit extra there. So normally it would soak in faster than this, but pretty much the way this stuff works is it's kind of like nail polish. How you've basically got paint and they just dissolve it in acetone, and then you put it on your fingernail, the acetone evaporates and the paint's left. This is pretty much the same, where you've got a volatile liquid that'll evaporate after you put it on something. So I'm just gonna wait for it to dry, but that's it. Like I said, if you let that petroleum jelly soak in for a lot longer, I recommend that, because then when you do this stuff tends to soak in instead of, sitting dry on the surface. So it's a little bit more expedient. But yeah, I'll apply 1 coating of this stuff, or if I have spray, I'll do the spray. But that's it. So that's how you recondition a strop. Thanks for watching. Bye.